The AMP suit, or Amplified Mobility Platform, was the first step in the RDA's transformation into a military force. Originally designed as a construction exoskeleton for handling cargo and clearing brush, it found a second life as a combat walker in Pandora's unforgiving jungles. Standing over 4 meters tall and weighing approximately 1.7 metric tons, the AMP suit's frame is constructed from lightweight titanium alloy composite, chosen for its high strength-to-weight ratio and resistance to corrosion in Pandora's humid environment. The legs are equipped with dual redundant servo motors at each joint, each capable of generating enough torque to lift several tons, essential for both heavy lifting and maintaining balance on uneven terrain. Its one-to-one force feedback system uses haptic actuators to mimic human movement with minimal latency, giving pilots a near-instantaneous reaction time crucial for both combat and construction tasks. The modular arms, built with heavy-duty hydraulic pistons and carbon ceramic bushings, can be reconfigured to handle tools or weapon mounts. In its militarized variant, the AMP suit carries the RDA's standard issue GAU-90, a 30mm autocannon, a belt-fed heavy rifle that fires at 600 rounds per minute with tungsten-cored armor-piercing ammunition, designed to penetrate the thick hides of Pandora's wildlife as well as Na'vi defenses. This weapon is fitted with a SmartLink targeting interface, allowing the pilot to integrate the weapon's sights with their own heads-up display. The cockpit, a polycarbonate canopy reinforced with ballistic glass and impact-dampening foam, balances visibility and protection. However, this transparency is also a known weakness. During the Battle of the Tree of Souls, Neytiri's well-placed arrow penetrated the canopy, highlighting the design compromise between situational awareness and armor protection. AMP suits saw extensive use during the RDA's first campaign, fielded by SecOps divisions and corporate mercenaries. Colonel Quaritch personally piloted one in the assault on Hometree, embodying the RDA's brute force approach to suppressing indigenous resistance. During the second conflict in the Way of Water, AMP suits appeared in whaling operations, refitted with harpoon rigs and underwater thrusters to aid cetacean operations, showcasing their adaptability to new mission parameters. Whether wielded as a construction tool or a frontline war machine, the AMP suit remains a symbol of the RDA's industrial might. The Skel Suit, or XO-32 Light Mobility Platform, marks the RDA's latest advancement in human augmentation on Pandora. Introduced in the Way of Water, Skel is a significant departure from the older, heavily armored AMP suits. Designed as a multi-purpose capability amplifier, the Skel Suit was created to operate safely around unprotected humans, making it a cornerstone of the RDA's colonization effort at Bridgehead City. An ultralight mobility platform akin to the civilian Pandora utility suit, the Skel Suit is more like a motorized stilt-walker than a traditional mech suit. Its automated collision avoidance system ensures that it can operate safely in crowded environments, crucial for working near human workers and Na'vi captives alike. Unlike the AMP suit, the Skel Suit sacrifices armor for speed and agility. Its stripped-down design allows an operator to match the height, strength, and speed of a Na'vi, closing the gap in combat and intimidation. During the assault on Na'vi clans, RDA soldiers use the Skel Suit's agility to navigate jungle terrain, deploying high-strength carbon fiber legs that reduce weight while retaining the structural integrity needed for close-quarters combat. Its semi-prehensile feet allow it to grasp roots and branches, giving it an advantage in aggressive forest running, a direct counter to Na'vi guerrilla tactics. The Skel Suit's modular design means that different environments see different variants. On the SeaDragon, a specialized marine variant, known colloquially as the Sea Skel, uses non-corroding stainless steel to withstand ocean spray and salt. This adaptability ensures that RDA operations can extend seamlessly from forested jungles to oceanic assault craft. When combined with standard RDA weaponry, such as GAU-90 autocannons and Bush Boss flamethrowers, the Skel Suit becomes a formidable force multiplier. Let's look to the skies next. The RDA's control of Pandora's skies begins with the Dragon assault ship, a technological leviathan forged for air dominance. Officially designated the C-21 Dragon, this multi-role VTOL command craft is a hybrid between a flying carrier and a heavy transport. Its squat rectangular frame is lightly armored with electromagnetic hardening, designed to resist Pandora's intense magnetic flux, though it still suffers occasional nav station disruptions within the flux vortex. The Dragon's four 11.58-meter ducted rotors provide vertical lift with advanced pitch control and redundant power systems to ensure that even if one turbine fails, the others can sustain lift for up to 20 minutes at 150% output, enough for an emergency landing. The Dragon's weaponry is formidable: 10 external rocket pods, 72 missile launch tubes, plus front-mounted heavy cannons and multiple automated sentry guns for defense. These systems allow it to function as both a close air support platform and a troop deployment craft, carrying AMP suits magnetically on its cargo bay floor. During the Battle of the Tree of Souls, Colonel Quaritch's Dragon rained guided missiles on the Na'vi stronghold until Jake Sully's grenade attack disabled its turbine, sending it crashing to the forest floor. Supporting the Dragon in the air is the AT-99 Scorpion gunship, a two-seat tilt rotor bristling with weapons. Its design features dual coaxial rotors for excellent lift and agility in Pandora's dense atmosphere. Capable of reaching 140 knots and climbing at 545 meters per minute fully loaded, the Scorpion can sustain rotor RPM with an emergency capacitor for up to 2 minutes, enough to execute a forced landing even if both engines fail. Its heavy weapons loadout includes up to 190 rockets, 8 Hawkeye fire-and-forget missiles, and the Fang 7 dual heavy machine gun system. By 2170, the RDA introduced the AT-101 SeaWasp, a single-seat strike gunship evolved from the Scorpion. Featuring quad-ducted rotors with independent pitch control, it was built for speed and maneuverability, boasting a top speed exceeding 500 kilometers per hour. 284 knots. Armament-wise, the SeaWasp carries 38 Wafar rockets and wing pods and 16 Hawkeye Hellfire missiles, double the missile load of its predecessor, making it a devastating hit-and-run aircraft. Its role shifted toward maritime strike and Tolkien hunting, with pinger devices in its wingtips for tagging and tracking large targets. With Pandora's vast oceans opening up new frontiers and new threats, the RDA expanded its arsenal to the seas. Enter the SeaDragon, officially designated the S-76 SeaDragon, a massive wing and ground effect vessel that merges maritime operations with near hovercraft speed. At 121 meters long, this hybrid craft functions as a mobile command center and floating fortress, capable of skimming above the waves at speeds exceeding 80 knots, thanks to its specialized hydrofoil-supported hull design. The SeaDragon's hull is constructed from a composite of marine-grade carbon fiber and titanium alloy structural supports, balancing corrosion resistance with the ability to withstand the intense pressures of near-shore surf zones. Designed by General Dynamics, the SeaDragon features hydrodynamic lift stabilizers that reduce wave impact, allowing it to function as both a mothership and a stable platform for launching submersibles and aerial vehicles. Its deck is fitted with heavy-duty magnetic clamps for securing AMP suits, SeaWasp gunships, and a range of smaller craft. During whaling operations in the way of water, the vessel deployed Matador-class command boats, 50-foot high-speed interceptors fitted with titanium harpoon launchers, and Picador-class patrol craft, which carried the AHD-9 ultrasonic cannons for Tolkien incapacitation. These smaller vessels extend the SeaDragon's reach, functioning as both hunting craft and perimeter defense. The vessel's onboard defense suite includes 5 Hydra 50mm machine gun turrets, equipped with infrared targeting systems, and 360-degree traverse, giving it formidable anti-personnel and anti-creature capabilities. It also carries anti-boarding suppression cannons, designed to repel Na'vi sea warriors attempting to storm the decks, a real threat given the Metkayina's mastery of the ocean. During a typical RDA sea battle, the SeaDragon deploys Matador and Picador craft in a concentric perimeter, using the smaller vessel's high-speed mobility to flush out Na'vi skirmishers or intercept Tolkien pods before they reach the mothership. Once engaged, the SeaDragon's Hydra turrets create an overlapping field of fire, designed to mow down charging skimwing riders or sabotage attempts by Na'vi to grapple onto the hull. AMP suits stationed on deck serve as rapid response forces, able to leap from the ship into the water or onto attacking vessels, wielding heavy autocannons and even flamethrowers to incinerate threats at close range. In the way of water, Payakan's surprise attack on the SeaDragon demonstrates both the vessel's strengths and weaknesses. While its armored hull and automated defenses withstood initial blows, the combination of unpredictable Pandoran wildlife and Na'vi tactics, ambushes from beneath the waves, spear gun raids, coordinated skimwing strikes, eventually overwhelmed the ship's defenses. This battle scenario highlights the RDA's challenge. Even their most formidable superweapons can be undone by Pandora's living ecosystem when AWA's forces are united. The RDA's naval power is as much a psychological weapon as a tactical one. The sight of a sea dragon, flanked by matadors and drones circling overhead, instills dread in coastal clans. Next is the Recombinant program, a chilling fusion of human consciousness and Na'vi biology introduced in The Way of Water. Officially designated as the Recombinant Avatar Infantry, the program was created to overcome the limitations of human soldiers on Pandora. Recombinants are genetically engineered Na'vi bodies, cloned from RDA DNA samples, then implanted with the digitized memories and combat experience of deceased SecOps soldiers. The process, referred to by RDA scientists as permanent consciousness transfer, circumvents the short-term limitations of the Avatar driver link, allowing soldiers to fully inhabit their new forms without reliance on a human pilot or fragile link bed. Recom soldiers stand approximately 3 meters tall, their muscular systems enhanced by genetic splicing to achieve both human dexterity and Na'vi endurance. Their respiratory systems are fully adapted to Pandora's atmosphere, eliminating the need for cumbersome exopacks. Their cardiovascular systems feature enhanced myoglobin density, granting superior oxygen efficiency, critical for sustained combat. Each recom is equipped with custom-fit battle gear, including armored webbing and tactical harnesses modified from standard SecOps equipment. The weapons are equally specialized: scaled-up GAU-90 autocannons, rotary grenade launchers, and the devastating Hydra rotary machine gun, so heavy that only a recom's enhanced strength can wield it effectively. Integrated heads-up displays are embedded in their combat visors, linking directly to RDA tactical networks and drone feeds. Colonel Miles Quaritch's recom unit, deployed in The Way of Water, demonstrated the unit's brutal effectiveness in search and destroy missions. His team's infiltration of a Na'vi village at night revealed how recoms exploit both Na'vi strength and human tactics: stealth operations, hostage-taking, and sabotage. During the Tulkun hunt, recoms served as shock troops aboard the SeaDragon, coordinating with Matador craft and SeaWasp gunships to enforce RDA dominance at sea. The Recombinant program represents the RDA's ultimate ambition, to become Na'vi in form while remaining human in purpose. As Quaritch himself put it, they are wolves in Na'vi clothing, the perfect tool to turn Pandora's own biology against itself. The RDA's arsenal extends beyond traditional weapons of war. It includes experimental and environmental weapons, tools designed to devastate ecosystems, terrorize the Na'vi, and secure resources at any cost. One of the most notorious tactics is herbicide terrain denial, known in SecOps briefings as the kill zone strip. At Bridgehead, the RDA created a sterile buffer zone by saturating the forest with herbicides and defoliants, destroying plant life over a 2-mile perimeter. This strategy effectively neuters AWA's neural network in the region, leaving a barren wasteland patrolled by automated gun turrets. In Avatar: The Way of Water, the visual dictionary and on-screen references confirm these scorched earth tactics, as seen in the RDA's massive colonization efforts. The RDA also uses Bush Boss FD-3 flamethrowers, carried by AMP suits and SeaCops troops. These high-pressure projectors can shoot gel-based incendiaries over 30 meters, igniting at over 2,000 degrees Celsius. This weapon's primary use is to clear jungle cover, but it also has a psychological impact. Fire is taboo to the Na'vi, symbolizing destruction and loss of AWA's harmony. AMP suits are seen carrying similar flamethrowers in Avatar during the destruction of Hometree and the assault on Na'vi villages. During the Tulkun hunts in The Way of Water, the RDA deployed the AHD-9 ultrasonic cannon, a sonic weapon mounted on Picador-class patrol boats. This device emits focused acoustic pulses that disrupt the inner ear, causing pain and disorientation, rendering even the mighty Tulkun vulnerable to capture. This non-lethal technology was adapted from Earth's riot control devices, but became an effective psychological tool against the Na'vi, who depend on ocean harmony for survival. The visual dictionary confirms that the AHD-9 was designed for whaling, but proved devastating against Na'vi sea warriors as well. The RDA's commitment to environmental destruction is confirmed by statements from Colonel Quaritch in Avatar, who threatened to bomb the Tree of Souls if diplomacy failed, revealing the organization's willingness to use ad hoc WMDs against even the most sacred Na'vi sites. For the Na'vi, these experimental weapons represent an existential threat, proof that the RDA's ultimate goal is not just military victory, but the subjugation of Pandora's very spirit. As Avatar 3, fire and ash looms on the horizon, the RDA's arsenal appears set to expand once again, reflecting the corporation's relentless drive to subjugate Pandora. Here is a detailed preview of the new superweapons and technologies the RDA might bring to bear. Volcano AMP suits. These next-generation AMP suits are designed to operate in the Ash People's volcanic terrain. Upgrades include advanced thermal shielding, liquid nitrogen cooling systems, and magnetic stabilizers for maneuvering across unstable lava flows. While based on the proven AMP chassis, these new models incorporate thicker composite armor to resist sulfuric corrosion, and maybe even integrated flamethrower systems or plasma cutters for close-quarters combat in ash caves. Heavy gunships and VTOL platforms. The possible evolution of the Dragon Assault ship gives the Helicarrier enhanced missile pods, hardened VTOL decks, and atmospheric stabilizers designed to resist the flux vortex near volcanic regions. This aligns with the RDA's doctrine of overwhelming air power and would enable sustained aerial assaults deep into the Ash People's territory. Thermobaric munitions. These devices are designed to detonate in Pandora's sulfur-rich volcanic zones, creating superheated shockwaves capable of incinerating structures and vaporizing even armored Na'vi defenses. Seismic charges. Suggestions indicate the RDA might experiment with seismic charges, explosive devices capable of triggering landslides, ash clouds, or even volcanic eruptions. This would allow the RDA to bury Ash People strongholds beneath lava or force mass evacuations by destabilizing the very ground they stand on. Atmospheric manipulation devices. These cloud-seeding drones or atmospheric dispersal units are capable of spreading toxic ash, sulfur dioxide, or engineered pollutants across Na'vi territories. This weapon would exploit Pandora's interconnected ecosystem, sowing panic and disrupting Iwa's neural network. Recom soldier enhancements. Expect upgrades like integrated thermal sensors, lightweight exoskeletal braces for volcanic combat, or even partial gene splicing with Pandoran wildlife. This would create hybrid recoms capable of surviving ash storms and lava fields. These new technologies align with the RDA's established design philosophy: pragmatic, modular, and ruthless. They continue the trend seen in Avatar and The Way of Water, where every new environment triggers a new wave of specialized weaponry tailored to crush local resistance. Whether in the forest, at sea, or amid lava flows, the RDA adapts and escalates without pause. Last but not least, while the films focus on the RDA's core arsenal, AMP suits, dragon gunships, and scorpion gunships, the comics and games have expanded this with even more creative and sinister technologies. In Avatar: The High Ground, a graphic novel based on James Cameron's early sequel drafts, the RDA's arsenal reaches terrifying new heights. One storyline introduces the concept of orbital bombardment, using the ISV Venture Star or auxiliary shuttles as platforms to launch kinetic strikes on Na'vi settlements from orbit. This is a devastating escalation in the RDA's tactics, bypassing terrain and spiritual barriers by attacking from space. The comics also delve into biological and psychological warfare, where RDA strategists discuss introducing diseases to Na'vi communities to weaken their resistance. This psychological approach opens the world up to counterinsurgency, where weapons extend beyond guns and bombs to encompass environmental manipulation and population control. Additionally, the comics introduce advanced versions of AMP suits, featuring heavier armor plating, modular weapon mounts, and integrated missile systems. These suits are designed to counter Na'vi ambush tactics by providing all-around defense and heavier firepower. Weapons from the games in James Cameron's Avatar: The Game, 2009. Players encounter RDA weapons and vehicles that expand the corporation's militarized presence. The AMP Pyro Elite, for instance, is a heavily armored AMP variant fitted with high-capacity flamethrowers and reinforced plating, an ideal unit for urban suppression or fighting in dense foliage. Its design philosophy prioritizes intimidation and area denial, perfectly suited for the dense jungles of Pandora. Another notable vehicle is the ATV Grinder, a rapid deployment quad bike armed with twin chain guns and rear-mounted rocket pods. Though not officially canon, it reflects the RDA's emphasis on speed, mobility, and overwhelming firepower, traits that complement the mainline AMP suits and gunships. The game also features a scaled-up Hydra rotary machine gun, which appears in multiple missions as both a manned and automated weapon system. This minigun's high rate of fire is ideal for suppressing Na'vi warriors, particularly in ambush-prone forest and mountain areas. These weapons, from the comic's orbital strikes to the game's flame-spewing AMP suits, paint a chilling picture of the RDA's industrial might. a corporate arsenal that leaves no corner of Pandora untouched. The RDA's arsenal is not just growing, it's evolving, reshaping the very rules of war on Pandora. From the AMP suit's first forays into the forest to the SeaDragons' whaling rampages, every escalation has brought the RDA closer to its ultimate goal: total planetary domination at any cost. So far, we have witnessed Jake Sully, Neytiri, and their allies evolve in response to the RDA's tactics, using the land, the ocean, and their bonds with Awa to fight back. Yet, as the RDA becomes more sophisticated and more ruthless, even the Navi's deep ties to Pandora may be tested like never before. This is the RDA's ultimate ambition: to transform Pandora from a living, interconnected world into a corporate colony, stripped of its mysteries, its spirituality, and its defiance. For the Navi and their human allies, the question is no longer whether they can defeat the RDA's machines in battle, it's whether they can resist the RDA's plan to unmake Pandora itself. The stage is set for the most destructive chapter yet in the conflict between humanity and Pandora's living world. From AMP suits in lava fields to recom soldiers in Navi strongholds, the RDA's arsenal is ready, and so must be Pandora's defenders. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the superweapons in Avatar, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. We'll be covering every new detail, every trailer drop, and every lore reveal as Avatar 3 Fire and Ash approaches. Stay tuned and stay one step ahead in the fight for Pandora.